We have not been able to find a transmission, or the dealership can't find a transmission anywhere, so we, you know, we're stuck. Perfect start to our morning as we hiked for sunrise in Vanlife State Park, but it quickly took a turn for the worse. What's going on?
Going 30 miles an hour on a freeway.
Oh, car trouble. Grabbing a few last minute things right now because our car, our home, is gonna be here at the dealership for a few days is what he said. So who knows, maybe like 4. We have luckily we are so grateful and lucky that Destiny's aunt and uncle live out here, and so we have a house to stay at, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so happy that they're allowing us to stay there while this happened to us. So
today couldn't have been a better day. We are dropping our van off at the dealership because it's not accelerating and the engine light went on. So fingers crossed we get some good news. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be any good news, but a whole bunch of error lights came on when he did the diagnostics. And
I did that quickly right now. Wow.
All he asked was if we have extended warranty, which doesn't sound like a good sign.
Oh my god.
So we'll see.
Let's make some coffee while we tell you a little bit of story time. It all started when our engine light turned on when we were at Vanlife. And to be quite honest, it's happened before, but it's kind of a long story. And again, that's all we have this time. Coffee is all done. So, our engine light has turned on once before, and we thought it was for different reasons. One, we were in Mexico, and when we looked it up, they said it could be the gas cap, and overall it was. So then, because in Mexico you actually don't pump your gas, so the guy did not tighten it all the way, and they said that could be a reason why your gas light turns on, and it did. It honestly happened to us probably when we were in Mexico in the first few weeks, and then the light went off, so we thought we were fine. Later on when we were there, it came on again, and then we just kept looking it up saying it could be faulty. Again, the engine light went off, and we thought we were fine. Little did we know, that was not the case. Let's fast forward to current time now in Nevada at Vanlife State Park. This is where everything really took a turn for us for the worse. All right, so this is how it all happened. As we were driving to Vanlife State Park, we were at Destiny's family's house. We were leaving that same day, so we were gonna go do an early hike, check out some views. We woke up at sunrise to get there at a good amount of time to get back here in time, finish picking up our stuff, and we were going to leave that day after Vanlife State Park and head off to Arizona and continue our travel east. but that didn't happen. The engine light came on as we were driving through Valley of Fire State Park. If you've been there, you know a lot of the driving is like this. It's not bumpy, it's very smooth. It's just a lot of like up and down. So, and before that, the week before, we had been in Death Valley. And if you don't know that, it's long, lengthy drives, and it is in the world's hottest place on earth. So I don't know if that had to do with it. I don't know if, you know, the engine light kept turning on and off over our time from when I mentioned it turning on in Baja to now. So we saw a very common error for Rams is that it's a faulty engine light. So with it turning on and off, we thought, okay, it's nothing maybe. And then Destiny drove back. And then when she was driving back, it started to like, the RPM started to accelerate and like skyrocket. And then it sounded like Destiny was going, and I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, that's not me. I'm not doing that. And I was like, that's odd, because the van is like acting like it's going like really, really fast. So then after that, it just wasn't going at all. She couldn't push, well, when she pushed the pedal, it wasn't going fast enough. And when I drove there, it was smooth sailing. We were kind of freaking out, and then we're like, okay, that's odd. Should we stop? Should we pull over? We kept thinking about it. We didn't know what to do. Granted, we had work that day. Let them know we had an emergency at the moment. I called every single mechanic in the area that we're in, and they wouldn't see us because they're like, oh, we don't touch Rams, or we were too tall. And finally, I was able to get us an appointment the next day. We just wanted to get back to this house, which is the house that they let us stay in, thankfully, safely. So we drove back here after like stressing. We needed a breather. We were just so glad to be safe and back here. And they were able to make us an appointment the next morning at 9 a.m. and it was still drivable, so we were like, okay, we learned we just couldn't go past 40 or even 35. So just, even if she pushed the brake down, it wouldn't even go. The RPM would skyrocket, but the pedal and the actual vehicle was not driving, was not moving. Next morning, we drove it to the Ram dealer. It's the only one that could see us right away. The only one that was like, okay, here's an appointment. So we booked the appointment. The guy told us it would be 1 to 2 days, I think he said, for us to find out diagnostic. Now, we dropped it off on Thursday. He said, we will try to get you an answer by Friday on what's wrong with it, but if we don't, you won't find out till Monday. Monday wasn't great news for us because that's a whole weekend that we could have left, traveled, explored, and from what the AutoZone reading said is that we were low fluid or transmission fluid, which was also very odd because we did just get our transmission serviced in October when we got back to our home state from traveling. But we have to wait. We have to wait for a phone call, wait to see what it's gonna say. We're hoping and praying that it's tomorrow, but it is now a waiting game. Hello. So we are on our daily walk, and it's a little bit of what we've been doing
Every day.
Yep, every day. Our daily walks.
House life.
Doing what?
During house life.
House life. Yes, during our house life. We haven't been sharing much of it with you, but we thought we'd just take you along on what we've been doing while we've been here stuck in a house.
Back to the body and scanning the body from head to toe.
We have not been able to find a transmission, or the dealership can't find a transmission anywhere, so we, you know, we're stuck here in Nevada, and luckily we're happy that we have family, that we have a house to stay at. But, you know, one, it's not our house. I don't even know where to start. So pretty much we need to get our transmission replaced. I'm emotional just because it's our home. All right, so pretty much we just got a horrible call right now. We're being hopeful. We dropped off our van on Thursday at the Tobin Ram dealership here in Nevada. It off. We finally got like diagnostics done and completed. $7,000 to get a new transmission, as well as fix our radiator, or replace our radiator. I guess our radiator has a leak. And so all morning today, Destiny and I have been calling around trying to find a transmission, because not only do we need a new transmission and get it replaced, which was like $5,000 and some change, there's none in stock. He said he can't find any. His parts guy called 55 different other, not dealers necessarily, but like parts place, like service places. Either they don't have them, or they have them in stock and they're keeping them for themselves, which is selfish. But, you know, at the end of the day, what can we have been stressed? It's our home. And we honestly don't know what to do, because, thank you, Coffee. She's right here right now, just, are you being nice? Are you giving love to mommy? Yeah. Waiting on hold.
Thanks, Conamco. This is Kenny.
Hi, Kenny. Are you able to work on a Ram ProMaster, our transmission? Yes, you are?
Yes, ma'am.
We were told that it needs to be fully replaced.
What kind of vehicle? What year is it?
It's a 2019 Ram ProMaster 2500 high roof.
Let me see something real quick. It shouldn't have to be replaced.
I guess the reason he said it was replaced is because our oil inside was burned, and there was metal shavings, I think he said.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what if you rebuild it. It's possible. Yeah, a ton. Can you do me a favor, dear? Can you possibly get me the VIN number?
Yeah. Yes.
The last transmission. What'd you say your name was?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Let me identify this transmission, and I'll be able to share a little bit more with y'all, but I don't go from there.
Okay. We had 2 error codes on there. Are we able to give you those just to see if that'll help for you? Okay.
Sure.
It's these P.
So one is P0868,
Okay.
and the other one is P1745.
Very cool. All right, Elizabeth, let me do a little bit of research. I'll call you right back.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dude.
Bye-bye. Okay, he made it sound, yeah, I'm like, he made it sound like, we spoke to this amazing guy named Kenny. Thank you so much, Kenny. He said that one, it doesn't need to be a new, and it's a transmission service place, so they're known for that. We made sure that he can see our height. We told him all the information, and he said we don't need it to be replaced. It doesn't need to be a brand new one. It can be rebuilt. He just called and said he can do it. And sorry, you guys got us a Lyft ride home. I was just wondering if you are able to get us a lift ride back to.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're back to the dealership and our van's not fixed, but we found a transmission place that we'll be transferring our van to, and fingers crossed they can rebuild it and we'll be back on the road very soon.
All right, we are reunited with our home.
Not for long.
Yeah, it'll be a quick like 5 minutes maybe. Unfortunately, they weren't able to find any parts, so we're, like Destiny said earlier, we're going to drive it over to this place. It's only 5 minutes away. Our van is drivable. It's just, you know, being a little funky.
Slow drivable.
So we're going to go ahead and drive it to this place. Who said he could do it? And yeah, hopefully then our van is fully reunited with. But let's get to driving. Bye home again. We're leaving it with Amco. We're leaving our baby here at Amco and we're waiting for an Uber. We're looking for an Uber. I think our Uber's lost, but got to take an Uber back to our Nina's house. Well, just a little update on what is going on. There is no update.
Waiting. I don't like being in a house this long.
Me either. Me either. House life is not in the very near future.
I mean, we can have a house, but I don't want to be there 12 months.
I don't even want to be there 6 months, but yeah, I mean.
You could be home for a month, travel for 3. Home for a month.
I love that idea. That sounds amazing.
I like that idea. Yesterday, we spoke to the guy at the transmission place, at the Amco place, and he gave us a call yesterday morning. We needed to authorize that he can look into, like he could remove our transmission. We authorized that. We already knew that we were going to authorize that because we need him to take it out so we can see what's going on. So he said he'll give us a call tomorrow, which is today. So it's now 11:22. And I said, if he doesn't call, I said in my head, if he doesn't call by noon, I'm gonna give him a call. So, hello?
All right, so I hate to do this to you. Hold on 1 second. I gotta put you on hold.
Okay. Okay, so you said 5,900.
Yes.
And how long are we like?
I'm trying to get this done for y'all by Friday.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Well, and if everything is here tomorrow, early enough, which is, we're talking 7 to 8 o'clock,
Okay.
I should be able to get the unit built, and it might be a mad dash, but I think we'll be able to get it done by Friday.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Talk to you ladies later.
Okay,
Alrighty.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Well, if not Friday, then that's for sure Monday.
Yeah.
I can have our home. Oh, goodness.
I'm so excited! Oh, sorry, Hot Joe, I didn't mean to scare you. Hot Joe just barked. Oh my god, y'all, I'm literally so excited for you! That's amazing!
These are happy tears, I promise. But Kenny called back. Shout out to you, Kenny, at Amco in Nevada. But we're getting it fixed. He called us and told us that how much it would cost. We also mentioned to him that the previous person at the dealership said there was a leak in the radiator, so that was like an additional, but total was
6,700.
6,700. That's this one here.
5,900 for the transmission and 800 for the radiator.
I'm so happy.
I'm happy. I miss my house.
Me too.
I miss my bed.
And he said it's gonna be possibly done on Friday if everything gets delivered. So fingers crossed, honestly. And
As long as I get the parts tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow morning. Good morning, happy Friday. Today is Friday the 28th. We are hoping and praying for better news. We're gonna give our mechanic a call and see what's going on. He said it was a possibility that it could be done today, so fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Thanks for calling Amco. This is Kenny.
Hi, Kenny. Alright guys, today's the day we moved back into our home this morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. Destiny, I think, woke up around 6:30, and we're getting everything going and loading up the van so we can hit the road.